Hey guys, welcome back to another episode in this series of the massive high airflow case build. So today, what we're going to be doing is installing the RAM, the CPU, and the SSD into the motherboard, right? It's very simple, just a couple of pointers to be aware of. And yeah, it'll be super easy, and I hope that you guys learn from this. Let's dig right in. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and install the SSD. It's an NVMe M.2. And to do that, we're gonna have to take off this thermal guard. So this is one giant heat sink. It's all metal. It allows for dissipation of heat. You have a thermal pad here, which is kind of like thermal paste. It's got an adhesive also, and it will stick to the SSD drive. So we're gonna put that to the side for now. Then we're going to go ahead and remove this blue tape. Here's our Samsung 980 Pro. It's an NVMe 2 terabyte. So it's pretty small when you think about it. I mean, it's not nearly as large as a hard disk drive, I should say, or even a regular SSD drive. So we're going to pull it out. What we want to do is there's a notch in there. So this will tell you like which way it can go. It can only go one direction. You can see the notch in the port here, and the notch right here. So it's just gonna guide your drive right in, your little chip. You push it in, and that's as far as it goes. It's kind of springy. And so right here, you can see that's where we're gonna put a screw in to hold this down. And this is adhesive right here also. So sometimes the motherboards will come with the screw already in there, but in this case, the screw is in the motherboard box. So if you don't have one on your motherboard, make sure and look for it in the box. So what we're gonna do, make sure that our card's in there. Push down right here, and we're gonna screw this small little screw. So it's nice and tight. Again, don't over tighten anything when you're building a computer, so you don't want to cause unnecessary damage. So now that we've got this in here, we're going to take our heatsink again. Like I said, we're going to peel this blue tape off, and that will be exposing the adhesive. And we're going to try and line this up. We're going to reinstall our screws. So here's our processor. Again, it's an i9 12th gen. It's a 12900 KS. The packaging for these things has gotten much better over the years. I mean, very flashy. Got a little platter looking thing here that just twists. And there's our processor. So I'm going to pull this little plastic piece out. And so we're going to get this set up right here first. So this is your socket, and what you're going to do is press down on this little lever right here. Okay? You push down and you pull out, and that will release this. And we can flip this over. And so this little plastic piece that's in here, it's a protective cover for all of this important stuff inside. Because if any of this gets messed up, you can't use your CPU. It's just not going to work. So if you do have problems with your motherboard and need to return it to the manufacturer, you cannot do it unless you have this plastic piece put on here when you send your motherboard out. So I recommend you keep this and keep it in your motherboard box and put it somewhere safe. So we're going to open up our CPU here. And you want to grab it on the sides. And so Intel CPUs, and I believe AMD also, they have this little triangle right here in the corner. And that tells you where to line it up, if we can focus. Yeah. And so you can kind of see it right here at the edge of the socket. There's another triangle. So you want to line the triangle up with the triangle. And so those two corners go together. We're going to just set this in here. There it is. It's nice and seated. We're going to flip this down. Sometimes these pop off when you secure this. But I'll just pop them off myself. So this is how it's installed. You don't want to run your computer without a CPU cooler or some very good fan if you're using this processor, because it gets extremely hot. So we have a CPU cooler that we will be installing in another episode. So we've got our Trident Z5 RGB. In my previous build, I had the Trident Z Royal, which I really liked. It was I think a little bit more flashy than this is, but they didn't have the Royal available, so this is the next best thing for me. And so with every RAM module, they have little notches also, and corresponding notches in the motherboard, so that tells you where you can place it. This is DDR5, DDR4 or 3 or 2. They're not going to fit in this motherboard because of the notches. So it'll prevent you from putting other non-compatible types of RAM in the board. So you got to open these little latches to be able to put the memory in. We have 4 16 gigabyte RAM modules to install today, so I'm just going to start at the very furthest from me. And you're just going to push down on both sides until you hear it snap, and these levers will flip up and latch on their own. So now, not everybody will necessarily have 4 modules to put in theirs, and you may only have 2. So there's specifications in the manual of which ones you want to do. There's going to be 2 channels, so it'll be either you want these 2 and leave the middle one out, so you just have these 2, or you'll want this one and leave these 2 out if you only have 2 modules. It just depends per motherboard which one you should put in. But since we have all 4, we're just gonna slide them all in. Make sure on both sides that you have both of the levers or levers snapped in, and make sure that they're seated properly. Alright, so now we're going to plug some of the cabling into the back of the power supply and get it set for when we do want to wire it. So the cabling has labels, like this says CPU, and also on the back of the power supply you can see CPU, VGA. So it's pretty easy, just plug it into the corresponding one. And so what we're going to do, the CPU is powered up top. So what we're going to want to do is string this up top here, and then we can come down. And I'll show you on the opposite side with the video in just a second. And we're going to need a couple of those CPUs because our CPU takes a lot of power. Try not to hit any of these fan headers up top here. Okay. Let's get that set. Then we have motherboard. MB goes into MB. PSU actually goes into the MB on this side. which is the power supply unit. And our motherboard power is, we're going to use one of these two. I'm not sure. Let's start with the top one. If it's too high, we'll go down one lower. So you just push it through the rubber grommet. So it looks like I put these through the wrong grommet. We really want them over here. But that's okay. I can fix that and show you guys. But as for the motherboard, you can see there's a little clip right here. And on the motherboard connector here, there's a little lip. And you're going to want to put the little clip on the same side as the lip. So these wires are a little bit stiff. We're going to get that in there. You're going to push it till it clicks. If it does, there's a little click. And you can push the excess through back to the back side where you're going to do your cable management. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to push these CPU power cables through the proper grommet. So now we have our CPU, and it's the same thing. Clips on this side, and then there's a little catch, a little lip. Got our other one. There we go. And as you can see, I left one of these little cellophane protectors on. You want to take all those off because your motherboard is going to get pretty hot and you don't want it to melt. Alrighty guys, so just to recap, what you want to do is make sure that your RAM levers pop in. Make sure you have your notch in the right spot so you don't break the card. And then on your CPU, make sure not to touch the underside. Don't touch the prongs on the board itself. Keep that plastic piece in case you need any warranty related fixes. The manufacturer will not fix anything, and it will void the warranty if you send that motherboard back without that plastic piece in the place of the CPU. Our SSD, again, just make sure you don't over tighten any screws or anything. You don't want to break anything. And yeah, so that's about it for this episode. Next episode, what we're going to do is install the CPU cooler. That's a little bit more involved. We have to place a bracket and put a radiator up on top. So looking forward to that episode, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.